Hello everyone, I am the developer and this is my first ever video. So a little bit about me before we start. I am a student that is currently learning how to build websites with Vue, and so I thought that the best way to learn would be to teach. So today we are going to be building a relatively simple weather website using VUE.js, of course, axios, and the Open Meteo API, which requires no API key and can be used non-commercially for free. And so here is the app itself. As you can see, we have a header with the text of weather app, and then we have the current temperature, which this is displaying for Antarctica, and the background color actually depends on the temperature itself, so it has different colors. So yeah, and at the end of the video, if you do enjoy it, please let me know. If you hate it or hate parts of it, let me know what I can do better in the future. Maybe make more advanced apps that aren't this simple. But yeah, let's get right into it. So first of all, we're going to open up the terminal, and we will be installing Vue CLI. So we will be using it to create the Vue app itself. So I already have it, so it's going to tell me that I already have it, but you can just type this in and install it globally so that we could use it. It's going to give several warnings, but that's completely okay. It won't change anything, and it'll still work. Okay, and so I am gonna go into documents, YouTube, and this is where I will be making the project. And so here you can type Vue create, and then I'm going to make the project name weather app video. You can put weather app view, you can put weather app test, whatever you want to name this. And yeah, so press enter, and we are going to pick the preset with Vue 3. It might take some time, and yeah, basically that's it. So we can go ahead and see the weather app video. We can do code dot, and here we go. You can click yes, I trust the authors on this, and whoa, tons of warnings here. And so let's resize this, and yeah, so right off the bat we have a source folder with components, and we're going to be changing this But real quick, first we'll be running npm run serve. Open up localhost and then replace some things here. So first of all, we will delete this template content here, and instead we'll just have a empty div, or actually h1, with the text of weather app, and there we go. We can also go ahead and delete all of the styles here, as well as the props here. We can rename this to weather app, as well as rename this to weather app.view. So we'll be getting a error. In app.view, we can first of all delete this image. We can change this to actually no, we can change this to weather app, and this as well, weather app, and finally this one with weather app. Okay, so now we have this header and we are completely done with app.view, I believe, except for also in the app we will do display of flex and flex direction of column. Right, we're all done on that front. And so let's go ahead and also do npm I axios. So this is what we will be using to fetch the data from the weather API. And let's start building the app. So first of all, we will have a div here, and the div will have a class of weather container, and we'll go ahead and give it some styles. We can go ahead and give it a height. Sorry, what's forgot to actually use weather container, so we're gonna give it a height of 500 pixels and a width of 300 pixels, as well as a border radius of 20 pixels, and align self center. And also we're gonna give it a background color of aqua for now. And as we can see, we now have a text block with the aqua color, which is fairly similar here. We now have the like base, how can I say, UI built. Now we are gonna have a paragraph in this the div, and so we're gonna at current temperature is, and then we're gonna add some handlebars and put temperature in here, and we're gonna put degrees symbol, yeah, copy that, put this here with a C. Okay, and so we have no number here, and so now we will in here we will put data, and we will return temperature null. Yeah. And now we will have methods, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a fetch temperature method, and we are going to also use this after it is mounted. This dot fetch temperature here. Here we go. And so now we can work on building the fetch, basically. So what we're going to do is, at the top of the script here, we're going to put const axios equals require axios. Alright. And so here in fetch temperature, we can put axios dot get, not GT, get, and HTTPS. I like to write this out. You can go ahead and copy this from the OpenMeteor website. And so one bad thing about this is that we have to use the latitude and longitude, which does suck, kind of, but we'll see. And longitude equal to 16.4063, and current weather equals true. Let's see if I wrote something wrong. Okay, no. And dot then we are gonna have a response, and what we're gonna do with that response is we're gonna get the temperature which is going to be equal to response dot data dot current weather dot temperature, and this dot temperature equals temperature. And just in case, we're gonna have a dot catch error and console dot error failed to fetch the error. Alright, let's see if this works. Okay, amazing. Now we can see the current temperature. So now all that's really left is to implement the background color change based on the temperature, as well as make the text look a bit better. So on the p tag, we're going to give it a class of temp text, and in here we're gonna style temp text. We're going to give it a font size of 30 pixels, a font weight of bold, text align center. We're going to give it a ton of margin top, 200 or so pixels, and the color white. There we go, looking fairly similar, except for a little bit here with a small bit of difference. Current temperature is okay, so we don't need the is here. Yeah, just like that. And so now we will have to implement the change color. And to do that, we are going to use VBind. So essentially, we are going to put a class on getWeather class here. So essentially, we're going to be putting a class onto the container based on a couple of conditions. So below mounted here, we'll have computed. So essentially, these are values that we can evaluate, basically, or calculate, or get weather class. And so you can put different values if you wish to, but I did it like this. I put if this dot temperature is over or equal to 25, then return hot weather, and we will create the classes soon, just not right now. else if this dot temperature is below 10, return cold weather, and else return normal weather. Okay, and down here we're going to do hot weather, background color of red, with cold weather we are going to have a background color of blue, and with normal weather we are just going to rely on aqua. As you can see, the color has changed and we no longer need the aqua on the weather container. And yeah, that is basically it. The application itself has been built. And so now we can actually go ahead and host it. And we are going to host it on a site called Render. So first of all, what we're gonna do is run npm run build. So this will create a optimized version of the app that is ready for deployment on Render. Then we will go to render.com. To be more specific, you can go ahead and create a account in here and connect it to your GitHub. I have already done that. As you can see, I have a weather app test here ready. This is from when I actually made the app, which is this here, already hosted. And we're going to create a new one now. So click on new, static site. Oh yes, first of all, we'll have to commit all of this. So I'm going to write complete app or site, whichever one you like. And weather app video, I am going to put that on a private repository. And it has been successfully added, and we should see it here. Yes, so I'm going to click on connect on weather app video. I'm going to name it weather app video, just like the GitHub repository name. Root directory is going to be just a dot and a slash, and as you can see, it automatically detects that we're using Vue and nothing else needs to be touched. We can go ahead and create the static site, and the site is now live. So we can go ahead and click on this, and we can see that the weather app is right here. It takes the current temperature, and that's it. We have successfully made a weather app using VUE.js, axios, and we have posted it on render.com so that anyone can view your application. Feel free to take a look at the OpenMedio API docs to perhaps add more functionality. And if you like this video, please let me know through a like or a comment. If you hated it or it could be better, please also leave a comment saying what I could do better. And thank you for coding along, hopefully, and watching my first ever video. And that's it. Thank you.